Massachusetts, home to the Freedom Trail, the heart of the American Revolution, and we are here to find out who will end their season on a high note as champions of the Fenway Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Turning it on! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. The Eagles offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And some room to work. Quick step and go. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Golden Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Snagged out of the air. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't...
Touchdown, Boston College. Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's looking deep. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get outside. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Lots of running room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. If he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Golden Eagles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Little touch pass to the receiver. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put in that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the other side.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. Plows through the defense. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll test the right side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces. They force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got a man, it's Johnson. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The give to the back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Hutchinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Richard. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play.
He's loose on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Running to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll give it to Johnson. He breaks a tackle. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
Boston College, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The handoff as they run the counter play here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Finds his man. It's Hodges. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. From the gun. Fires complete on the crosser. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Douglas. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, midshipman!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
they'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy that incredibly historic town. What a fun time to be in Boston, and what a fun first half we've had in the Fenway Bowl. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the conclusion of the Fenway Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First and 10 from their own 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Richard. Steamrolls his way ahead. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Runs through another guy. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Bolden. On the move at the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it first and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Bolden. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Under fire. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Navy offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Trying the left side. Makes one man miss. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, Defenses are scared out of their mind.
Pulls it in. It's Douglas. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll try the run. Turning it on.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Finds a tight end down the gut.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll give it to Johnson. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a fourth down and decision time. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Give to the running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the red area, it's Johnson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'll move the tight end. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Navy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Boston College, 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running behind that left side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Golden Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Gives it on the option. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They'll send out the kicker here. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Navy will go back on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And what a surprise. The offense will stay on the field to try it yet again on 4th down. 0 for 5 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Hutchinson. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous. Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion, and he goes across the formation really quickly. They give him the football, and he just so fast chews up yardage. Defensively, there's so many things to be talking about, to be talking through, and then they do stuff like that, and it's even more confusing.
incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a one-possession game. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, midshipman.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. We've still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Boston College, 20.
Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
This one's complete. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean...
Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Got it behind the line. It's Harris.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Boston College wants to play fast. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll go to the air on second and short. Give him 6. Touchdown, Boston College! And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Makes the catch. It's Hutchison. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Trying to do it on the ground. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. What they did, it was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that 1st down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris.
Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position in the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught over the middle. It's Bolden. Touchdown, Boston College. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
Here's Here's the heat. They'll run the screen. He can't make it in. The two-point conversion is no good, and they can't tie the game here late in the fourth. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.